Giving birth is one of the most rewarding feelings you can have, but there is a road to recovery after you have that beautiful little baby that isn't quite as nice. But did you know that physical therapy can actually help make that journey a little easier? Here to talk about the possibility and the efforts that you can put into it, we're visiting with Brooke and Megan from Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness Center. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us. Yes, thank you.
Well, I'm excited to talk about this because I feel like this is something that women often don't talk about. And I wish I would have known about this after I had my baby. So let's just start with kind of explaining some of the options we have when it comes to physical therapy, because we're talking about something different than the typical physical therapy.
Absolutely. Megan and I are part of the Pelvic Rehabilitation team at Apex, which basically means our specialty area is everything having to do with the pelvis, and in particular, the things that happen to the female pelvis. We do also treat males and children, but it's just our bodies are designed uniquely to do really awesome things like have a baby. And it's really important to spend some time rehabbing this area of the body that we're often not as good about noticing in the postpartum period.
Very good point. I feel like this discussion was not even had after I had my babies, and it wasn't that long ago. So first, let's talk about some of it's obvious, but what happens to our pelvic floor, our pelvic area when we are pregnant and when we deliver?
Yeah. So oftentimes, or I guess when we are pregnant, the pelvic area has to expand or stretch, obviously, to make room for the baby to grow, basically. And so then during delivery, whether it be C-section or your kind of traditional vaginal delivery, that is a very traumatizing event to the pelvic area. And so it needs a lot of extra time and healing to recover. So it's just like any other surgery that you would go through, like a knee or a hip or, whatever. They usually send you to physical therapy after that. Same kind of thing. You should see a physical therapist after you have a baby as well.
That makes sense. That was a really great explanation, actually, as well. So that brings us into this new program that you guys have called 6 Weeks Post When It Matters Most. What is happening with that program?
Yeah, our 6 Weeks Post program, our women's health team designed just this past spring to kind of aim our focus at postpartum moms right when they get cleared by their physician 6 weeks after having a baby. So after they go in and get that clearing, we're trying to kind of make the push for them to come into physical therapy and at least get some education, at least get seen a couple times to just kind of know what's going on and how your body should be healing and what you can do to help with that, and to just provide lots of support as well.
What are some of the signs or symptoms that you might need to take part in this program, or you might need this kind of physical therapy?
First of all, just the act of having a baby. The screening is just sort of meant to all be information externally. There's lots of stuff you can, of course, find on Dr. Google out there, but knowing exactly what a true Kegel is, or how to properly lift those awkward baby carriers and in and out of a crib, those are really traumatic events for the body when your pelvis is still recovering and not as strong as it used to be. So the screening will mostly entail those sorts of things, where actual physical therapy visits will spend some time helping your pelvic floor heal the scar that may be left after either C-section or a vaginal delivery. Needs a little bit of time, and I usually tell patients it's just like when we develop trigger points in our overused muscles of our neck. These muscles definitely went through something very similar, yet we don't often take the time to help our bodies heal that way.
Can we talk just a bit? I mentioned this right off the bat, that a lot of women don't talk about this or don't want to talk about this or even realize that this is an option. How are you going to get past that with some people, some women?
Yeah, we try to, we talk about it very openly here with our patients. We try to normalize it as much as possible. I think just continuing to get the word out and kind of advertise our services as much as possible. Oftentimes I think women are just scared and afraid that they're the only one going through this. And so if we can make it a more normalized experience, then I think a lot more women are going to be apt to come and get the help they need and deserve.
And even though we're just starting to discuss this and this program is new for you, this isn't necessarily a new therapy, though. This therapy has been around for a while. People just haven't been talking about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, the whole field has been around for years and years. We've been offering it here in the Fargo-Moorhead area for the last 12 years. And our team just keeps growing, which means women are talking and helping each other out. And we'd just love to keep that going so that all of us, maybe the issues we experience later in life, such as like incontinence or pelvic pain, maybe aren't really a thing because we've been taking care of ourselves from the beginning.
As I'm looking at that postpartum screening, and it says expert education on the mom bod. That's great.
Yeah.
So the postpartum screening, does that say just $30?
Yes, just $30 for the screening part. And then if we feel you're a candidate for physical therapy, we would then check maybe insurance benefits or figure out another plan if we need to be taking a little bit more time with your case. But at the very least, you leave with great information, some postpartum exercises, and you're going to be a lot better to your body.
A lot better to your body. And if you're taking care of your body as a mom, you're going to be an even better mom to your new baby as well. Quickly, how do people get a hold of you to just start this process?
Yeah, you can either go to our website at www.apexptwellness.com or give us a call here at 701-364-2739.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. A very important conversation to have and a great program that you guys have started there as well.
That's right. And Lisa, could I take a minute to mention my son's 9-year-old baseball team would really like me to say hello to them. So thank you so much for having us on today.
Of course. Shout outs are always welcome here on North Dakota Today. I love that. And hello to all of them as well. That's great. Thank you guys once again. And hello to the whole baseball team as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Stay with us. Coming up next. Downtown Fargo is a place that people live, work, and visit, so keeping it safe for everyone is a big task. We're going to talk to one of the people in charge of that next on North Dakota Today.